What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Hope everyone is having a great day. And it's Wednesday. That means it's time for our Bargain Bin Wax Wednesday segment, episode number 8. We're going to be checking out 1992 Fleer Ultra football this week. But before we get into it, would ask if you could drop down, grab that subscribe button, hit that little bell for notifications. Make sure you slam that like button and leave a comment below. The comment for this video is, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this week? Pretty simple. Not much to it. I mean, what else are we going to talk about? That's one of the reasons why we are doing Fleer Ultra from 1992. Being football, I thought it would be fitting to do a football-themed bargain bin wax this week for the Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open. As you can see, it is still sealed. And hopefully we won't have any kind of card sticking or anything like that. I haven't really encountered that much of that with the football cards. Not nearly as much with the basketball cards. So fingers are crossed. I did get this box for a total of $36. So that brings our 8 episode total up to $216 total we have spent on cards for this segment. So, and they don't feel like there's any kind of bricking, so that's good. So there's the pack, 1992 Fleer Ultra. We got collect Reggie White and Chris Miller limited edition subsets. So we got 36 packs, 14 cards per pack. This series isn't one of those super desirable, oh my gosh type series. We're going to start off with the Chicago Bear, Donnell Wolford, Scott Lockwood draft pick, Kent Hull, and through here, Ray Crockett, Joe Jacoby, Johnny Johnson, Keith Jackson, Lionel Washington. Like I said, this set isn't really highly sought after. It's very easy to get. That's one of the reasons why we do these right. It's 450 cards total, one series. They didn't start doing, the 2-3 series until, it was about this time. There's a Marcus Allen. That's a nice one. I'll tell you what, we'll set Marcus Allen aside. We'll set Clay Matthews aside. Bruce Armstrong, Landetta, Andre Rison, Robert Wilson. But you started to see 92... Fleer Ultra Baseball had a Series 1 and a Series 2. So the Series 1, Series 2 started becoming a little more prevalent in around 91, 92. And some of the sets, this one didn't. This one was still on the old, just one single series or one single set. It's Chris Mims draft pick. Matt Brock, Benny Blades, always like that name, Benny Blades. Brian Cox, Gary Clark. I'm sure there's going to be some guys in here that I don't put down in here, and I'm going to hear about it in the comments, and that's fine. There's Reggie White. He's definitely going down there. Eric Martin. That's fine. You guys can say that. You guys can tell me, hey, you didn't put such and such down there or so-and-so. Mark Jackson. We're not going to put Mark Jackson down there. He's going to stay up in the pile. Hilgenberg, we're going to keep him in the pile. Carl Lee. The good thing is when these cards, they seem to kind of stick together. It's not paper loss, so that's good. Tony Tolbert. Thankfully, we haven't ran into that yet on one of our series where I buy a box and then we get in there and it's a bunch of paper loss cards. That really sucks. Elway definitely goes down there. Richard Dent, he's going down there. One of my favorite Bears. Harry Newsome. They got 2 cards there, or is it just one? No, it is 2. There we go. Kevin Green. Emmett Smith. I think John Taylor. I feel like Kevin Green was probably more known for his career in the WWF. I'm pretty sure it was him that was there for a little bit. As after Mongo did that, it kind of started to become... Saw a few players sneak over there. Larry Brown, Ray Berry, Dishman. There's Rod Woodson. He'll go down there. Mecklenburg, Sean Jones. We get a checklist. And Michael Carter. Was there one stuck? No. I thought maybe one was stuck to Rod Woodson. But it wasn't. Rob Thomas, Richard Webb, Lee Johnson, Steve Walsh, Page. There's Mike Mooney draft pick, Chip Banks, Tony Bennett, Jerry Ball, Steve Broussard. So who does, what is the consensus on the Super Bowl this week? Who's everyone think that's going to win? You know, are you an Eagles fan? Are you a Chiefs fan? Are you not a fan of either, but you're just pulling for one team? Could you really care less? Let me know down in the comments who you think is going to win and what the final score is going to be. I have a feeling the Eagles are going to win. I would kind of like to see the Eagles win, not going to lie. Not that I don't like Kansas City. It's just, I don't know. It seems like they're always there, and I feel like they're getting kind of that point where we got with the Patriots. There's a Mike Kroll Rookie of the Year award winner. That is an insert. Okoye. But I feel like they're getting kind of to that stage where the Patriots got with Brady, to where you either were a fan of the Patriots or you absolutely hated them because they were always in the Super Bowl. They were always in the AFC Championship. So Jeff Cross, Collins, Andre Collins, Ken Harvey, Nick Bell, Vaughn Johnson. There's an Edgar Bennett draft pick, Randy Hillard. So the cards to me look like they're in pretty good shape. Haven't really seen any kind of like bad spots, bad issues. Color still looks good. Don't see anything all bent up or anything like that, so that's good. Quinn Early, Willie Clay, Mike Johnson. There's a Thurman Thomas, Pat Harlow, Phil Simms. He doesn't go in the pile. There's Barry Sanders, Maxwell Cup Player of the Year. That's one of the inserts. That kind of goes both piles, I guess. Chris Miller. Yeah, Phil Simms doesn't go in the good player pile. I can't stand Phil Simms. I've always hated Phil Simms. I never liked him. I never will like him. I'd be happy that I didn't just throw that card against the side there. There's Mark Rippon, Super Bowl MVP. Put that down there with the inserts. Eddie Brown, Gary Anderson. Two Gary Andersons. Gary Anderson and Gary Anderson. Double Gary Anderson. Steve Atwater. There's one stuck behind him. Brad Baxter, Neil Anderson, Mario Bailey draft pick. There we go. Steve Brewline, Terry Allen. I guess really the main rookie that we're looking for is really not a, holy crap rookie. Mark Schlereth is in this. A lot of people probably remember him from his time at ESPN as an analyst, probably most famously getting into it with John Clayton. I think he's the one that came up with the nickname The Professor for John Clayton. I could be wrong. There's Isaac Holt, Andre Tippett, another checklist, Bill Romanowski, Art Monk, put him down there, Joe Kelly, Gary Plummer. I don't know. I could have swore that he was the one that gave John Clayton that nickname, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. There's Sterling Sharp. We'll put him down there. Rodney Peete. There's Leonard Marshall, Brian Mitchell, Eric Allen, Marinovich, Morton Anderson, the Hall of Famer, and Marcus Allen. We already had Marcus Allen, so we'll just leave him in the regular pile. James Lofton, Willie Green, Tim Green, Jeff Hostetler, Tim McDonald, Ronnie Harmon, Byron Evans, Anthony Smith, Dombrowski, and Tim Brown. Tim Brown will go down in that pile. These packs are a little bit tough to get open. For the most part, not too bad, though. Dan Owens, Tony Page, Pepper Johnson, Wilbur Marshall, Gene Atkins, Eddie Anderson, D'Onofrio, and Kevin Mack. Wilbur Marshall. Eric McMillan, Jim Harbaugh. That's Jim Harbaugh's card's probably one of the higher valued cards out of this set. There's Daryl Johnston. We'll put the Moose down there. John Randall. Bruce Matthews. Man, just every now and then you get one of these that are just really good and stuck. Roper and Fred Stokes. Carroll, Ronnie Lott, he can go down there. Ed Cunningham, Ed King, Marv Cook, Dave Meggett, McCants, Lewis Lips, Merton Hanks. Oop. Bump the camera. Why don't we? Saron Stacy draft pick. There's Michael Irvin. Maybe just a touch of paper loss on that Michael Irvin from the previous card. It's not a good sign since we still got half the box left. We're starting to see a little more cards stuck together. I might have jinxed myself. There's Steve Young right there, but we got one more here on this pretty poorly cut card. Vincent Smith, there's Steve Young. There's Mark Schlereth. Fred McAfee. Just a little massage there. Ken Norton, Randall McDaniel, Jackie Slater, Johnny Meads, John Alt, Derek Thomas, Lonnie Young, Renus Williams, Eric Metcalf, Floyd Turner, and Rich Gannon. Dude, Rich Gannon seemed like he was in the league forever. Willie Galt. There's Terrell Buckley, draft pick. Michael Jackson, not that Michael Jackson. Chris Martin, Mike Pritchard, Covington, Brian Hinkle, Andy Heck, Tom Rathman. Now we're just a little over halfway here. Haven't found any more inserts. That's kind of surprising. Greg Lloyd, Brent Jones, Greg Lewis, Jim Sweeney. There's Mongo. I'm going to put him down there. He's one of my favorites. There's Novacek. That's got a little bit of snow on that. We'll put him down there. Michael Stewart. There's Warren Moon. He can go down there. Vinny Testaverde. It's a good pack. William White. That's a nice pack. I can hear it now. You put Mongo down there. You put McMichael down there, but you didn't put such and such. It's all right. We got here. We got a spacer. Sweet. The rare spacer card. I have to send that in for a PSA check. Leroy Butler, Jeff Cross, Mark Collins. I wonder if that'll grade it a 10. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Corey Barlow, Richard Brown, Hugh Millen. There's a Michael Irvin Pro Bowl MVP back when they actually played in the Pro Bowl instead of what we got last weekend. James Francis, Bubby Brister, Brian Blades, Steve Bono. I wasn't a big fan of the tackle football Pro Bowl. Or tackle football, flag football. I wish it was tackle football. It'd be nice. But yeah, I mean, I understand it. I get it. Those guys don't want to get hurt, but I don't know. It's just not as good anymore. Hadn't been that way in years anyways. There's Howie Long. He can go down there. Amp Lee draft pick. Robert Young, Leonard Russell, and Terry Wooden. The little extra amenities things they did, I didn't mind those. I thought those were, something a little different. Having the Manning brothers there probably helped a little bit. But all in all, it's just kind of a ugh. Dan Owens, Tony Page, Pepper Johnson, Wilbur Marshall, Lewis Sharp. Yeah, just kind of a bleh. They did wise moving it between, the AFC, NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. You still get some people that still want to watch football at that time and still going to watch it, but it's just not there for me. I think I watched the last maybe 30 seconds to a minute. I saw him that last couple plays and then take the knee and then Peyton Manning come out and say they can't do that. That's illegal. It's a penalty. I don't know. I don't know the rules that well on professional flag football. God, there is professional flag football leagues, or a league at least. I don't know if there's multiple ones, but I do know there is a league, which I'm pretty sure that's where the referees were from. There's Chris Carter, Jim Everett. There's Barry Sanders. I was wondering if we were going to find him. Checklist. And then, of course, we've got after the Super Bowl, then the XFL and USFL will start back up again. We got football all through the spring now. A.J. McCarron going to be playing in the XFL this year. There's Cornelius Bennett, Defensive Player of the Year insert. We found quite a bit of those inserts. So that's good. Mo Lewis. I doubt we find all of them, but what have we found so far? Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've gotten half of them so far through this box. Looks like we got maybe 12 packs left. 11, 12 packs left here. Not too bad. This is a fun rip. It's football and baseball are going to be the main cards that are featured in our bargain bin episode. There's Sean Gale. There's another Michael Irvin. Because those, especially through this time period, the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, that's when the cards were their most affordable. Still are most affordable, I should say. At the time, they were plenty affordable. This box probably cost you, I don't know, $25, $30 back then. That's about what it cost me now, so. I only bought one full box of cards when I was a kid. And I did that with, I think it was birthday money or Christmas money. I can't remember now. But it was a box of 94.95 Topps basketball. And I bought the whole box. What do we got left here? 4 packs. Let's go ahead and just get them out of here. That was the only box I ever bought as a kid. I got the full box. Plenty of packs, but that was the only box I ever bought. I took it home, and I just kind of sat there and didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, because I knew I was just going to rip through them real fast and the fun was going to be over. And I'm like, should I save some of them? Should I just open a few? Should I just take my time with it? And it took all of about another minute and a half to realize, no, we're just going to break the whole thing open. And that's what we did. I remember I got a Penny Hardaway sophomore sensation, I think it was. Something like that. And there's the fridge. I think at the time it was like a $25 card. So I pretty much got my money back almost on the box. I ended up taking it to my local card shop and selling it for like 20 bucks in some packs or something like that. I can't remember. So, but it was good. Fun times. Now I just open boxes like it's no big deal. The perks of being an adult, I'll tell you what. There are some perks here. As much as the time I think that it's not that much fun, there are some perks. There's Clay Matthews. Put him down there. Howard Ballard, Bruce Armstrong, Landetta, Tim Barnett. There's Andre Rison again. Greg Lloyd, Eugene Robinson, Brent Jones, Greg Lewis, Jim Sweeney. So, our last pack here. Give it just a little bit of massage to break off some of that in case they're stuck. Pack number 36. Let's see what we get. Rodney Culver draft pick. Steve Tasker. There's Irving Fryer. I was wondering if we were going to pull one of him. We hadn't. We get a Chris Miller Performance Highlights. 7 of 10 insert. Jonathan Hayes is the only Performance Highlights we pulled. Charles Haley, nice. And Gaston Green. So, the last pack there wasn't too bad. We got some nice cards in there. We got a nice set of inserts, but we go through probably like our, I guess we'd call these our Hall of Famer style, really good cards, etc., good players. A nice stack by the Charles Haley, Irving Fryer, Clay Matthews, Barry Sanders, Chris Carter, Howie Long, Warren Moon, Novacek. There's Mongo, Derek Thomas. There's the Mark Schlereth rookie, Steve Young, Michael Irvin, Ronnie Lott, the Moose, Tim Brown, Sterling Sharp, Art Monk, Thurman Thomas, Ron Woodson, Emmett Smith, Richard Dent, Elway, the great Reggie White, Bad Moon. Oh, there's another Clay Matthews I threw in there, and Marcus Allen. So not too bad. That was a lot of fun. We had some nice cards in there. That wasn't too bad of a box. But yeah, so keep an eye out. I'm not sure what we're going to do for our Friday video. I've got some single packs that I went to the card shop and picked up, some football to do for Super Bowl Sunday, etc. like that. So we will probably do that for Friday's video. And yeah, enjoy. We got one more game of the year left, and then it's going to be on to baseball. And the end of the NBA season, end of NHL, and then the start of baseball. We've got Topps 2023 Series 1 coming out next week. So keep an eye out for that video. I've got a box of 1988 Topps that we're going to open on Monday of next week. Kind of in honor of Series 1, considering they're pulling a lot of their design from the 88 series this year, like they did the 87 series last year. So keep an eye out for that. And I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for stopping by.